Hello, this is Dr. Ade. I'm going to talk about Parkinson's today, which was suggested by one of my prescribers. Now, Parkinson's is a huge topic and it might take a few shorts, so bear with me. But this is discussing the symptoms of Parkinson's. Some of them you're aware of, which is tremors, stiffness, reduced mobility, and posture problems, especially gait problems. I'm just today going to concentrate on what we call motor symptoms. These are symptoms that affects the muscle. Now, with the tremors, they do tend to start with what we call finger rolling. It generally looks like that, and it's usually one-sided and gradually gets worse, and then it goes to the other side, affects the legs and also the fingers. Sometimes missed, especially at the beginning, but when it's consistent, you know, because you know your grandma or mum never used to do that before. Very important. Now, the other is stiffness. Stiffness affects the muscles. It can be intermittent, it can be continuous, but you can imagine when they're stiff, they have difficulty moving their joints. So that's actually one of the bases for the diagnosis. You tell them to relax and try and move the joints. In normal situations, it's a fluid motion, but with Parkinson's, it tends to be kind of what we call cogwheel rigidity. That means that it's not smooth, and it can cause joint pains as well. So they say it's a combination of the stiffness and the tremors that result in the cogwheel mobility. So bear that in mind. The next thing we have is gait problems. So they do tend to have a tendency to shuffle. That means they have smaller steps and they tend to lean forward. So that increases the tendency or the probability of falls because they're not quite stable. So if you can imagine me leaning forward worse and worse and then shuffling at the same time with small steps. Now, falls in Parkinson's can range up to 40% in incidence, but also there's some that fall regularly, and that is about 10%. And this increases the risk of fractured bones. So one thing leads to the other as we get older. So also bear that in mind. Now, there are other situations apart from that, which I will discuss in the next short. I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.